Looks like Lois Lerner's missing emails perhaps exist after all. The IRS head, John Koskinen, confirming with the House subcommittee that investigators have found backup tapes, despite earlier testimony that the hard drive was destroyed. Now the Inspector General's office is reviewing all that information to see if there's anything on them that's linked to the targeting scandal. But the frustrations are growing by the day, as evidenced by this.
I find it vexing that once the IG is involved, nobody else can do anything. That is not supported by the law. Can there be a criminal investigation while there's an IG investigation?
There can be all sorts of investigations. What I was talking about is the IG.
Right, and there can be a congressional investigation while there's an ongoing IG investigation also, correct?
Of course.
This is an HP laptop. To get to the hard drive, it is no easy task. You've got multiple screws that have to be taken to get to it. Then once you get to that, you actually have a hard drive inside that has 7 more screws that have to be taken off to get to the hard drive in order for it to be scratched.
The mystery continues. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan is on the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee and also the House Judiciary Committee. Sir, good morning to you and welcome back.
Good to be with you, Bill.
What did you learn about this mystery yesterday? Where are we?
Yeah, every new witness we talk to, Bill, tells us something that contradicts Mr. Koskinen's testimony. You know, first it was Lois Lerner's hard drive that crashed, then it was 6 people, then it was 7, now maybe as many as 20. 20 out of the 82 people identified, 20 of them may have had a computer crash. Now, what's the odds? What's the odds of that? Then we also learned that maybe one of these backup tapes, we can recover some information, can recover some emails from that, which directly contradicts Mr. Koskinen's earlier testimony. And of course, I think the big thing was that John Koskinen's chief counsel knew in mid-February that Lois Lerner's hard drive had crashed and that at that time they believed nothing was recoverable. And he doesn't tell Congress. He waits 4 months till June 13th to tell Congress. There is no way a private citizen who's under investigation by the FBI, who loses important documents, can wait months to tell the FBI. You do that, you're in big trouble, and yet that's what the IRS in fact did.
What do you think's going on here? I mean, it appears on the outside there's this strategy of delay or distract.
Totally.
And the story continues to change. What do you think's behind this?
Well, I mean, that's been the strategy from the get-go. They've slow-walked everything. They drag their feet. They take forever. They give us documents at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. They give them to us right before a holiday. I mean, it's just been their strategy throughout. The good news is, even though I don't think the investigation of the Justice Department is the kind of investigation that it should be, and I do think we need a special prosecutor, the Justice Department at least admitted they're going to investigate why John Koskinen and the IRS waited 4 months to tell us that they had lost Lois Lerner's emails. So that's one positive step. The other thing is, each time we interview somebody, we learn something new. And so we've got more people to interview. We continue to do that. It'd be nice if the IRS would accommodate us a little more, make us not have to subpoena folks so we could get them in a more timely fashion. But we're going to keep digging and get to the truth because, again, I always go back to this. This was the most fundamental violation you can have in this country. This government systematically targeted people for exercising your most fundamental right, your right to speak out in a political nature, in a political fashion against your government. That was targeted and for a 3-year time frame, and that's why we got to get to the truth.
So a month ago, John Koskinen said the hard drives don't exist. They were destroyed, and then he was asked specifically how were they destroyed, and he didn't know. You know, were they put in a trash compactor? Were they thrown in a dumpster out back? Were they melted down? And now it appears they still exist. And now, why does the story continue to change? Are you alleging here the IRS is now covering up the activities of several of its employees?
Well, what was clear yesterday, Bill, was that John Koskinen should have known these things and didn't go get the information. How can your chief counsel, Kate Duvall, know in mid-February that Lois Lerner's computer had crashed and the data was unrecoverable, and you not know that? She's the chief counsel to the commissioner, and you not know that, and then subsequent to that, you come in front of Congress and don't tell them, so you can't stick your head in the sand. as the leader of this agency, the guy handpicked by the president to come in and clean this mess up, you can't just stick your head in the sand and pretend that you don't know what's going on. It's your obligation to know exactly what's going on with this important investigation.
Well, listen, you're not an IT guy, and I don't work at the help desk, but a lot of people ask us just go for the server. That's where the emails are. You don't need the hard drive. Is that true or not?
We're trying to do that as well. We're talking with the companies who provide this service. We are doing that. We're doing everything we can to get to the truth. It would just be nice if John Koskinen would do his job, and frankly, if he'd be square with us when he comes in front of the committee and have talked to the people who know what's going on at the IRS and disclose that in a timely fashion to the Congress and, most importantly, to the Justice Department.
All right, Jim Jordan, a Republican from Ohio. Thank you for your time. We'll see where it goes. The story is not over.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.